What up, tubers, and welcome back to another early access sealed here on Arena. This is Avatar: The Last Airbender here on Arena. So unlike the Spider-Man set, we're actually going to get the literal card translations, which is nice. As with most pre-release type events these days, you will get some seeded packs. So if you went to your paper pre-release or you... well, I guess play on Arena, you're going to get specific packs. So you can choose Aang, Katara, Azula, Zuko, or Toph, and they will give you something based on that. In paper, it's going to be one pack. On Arena, it's two. I've already done Aang and Katara and Azula, so I'm going to go down to Zuko here. Pool is guaranteed to have one copy of Zuko, Exiled Prince. So let's open this baby up. As this is sealed, I'm going to have a lot more time to go over the cards with you all. Instead of draft where it might, be too fast to go over everything. Iroh, Tea-Master. 2/2, make a food. Beginning of combat, you may have target opponent gain control of target permanent you control. When you do, make a 1/1 ally, put a 1/1 counter on that token for each permanent you own that your opponents control. That's pretty good. So 3 mana for basically 2 2/2s if you want to. You give your opponent a food. And the more ways you can enable this, the better. I mean, you can give them land later in the game. Yeah, Iroh's sick. Realm of Ko. Enters tapped unless you control a basic land. 4 mana, tap, make a 1/1 colorless spirit with this can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Just a good land to have. Eagle's very good. I've had this before. 3 mana, 2/3 flying. When it enters or attacks, exiles up to one card from a graveyard. If a creature is exiled this way, you make a clue. And then whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 1 life. You gain 1 life. Nice value critter there. Ooh, the last Agni Kai. I don't know what this card does, but lore-wise, scary. Target creature controlled fights target creature an opponent controls. If the creature the opponent controls is dealt excess damage this way, add that much red. Until end of turn, you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. Redirect Lightning. As an additional cost, pay 5 life or pay 2. Change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. That's cool. Firelord Azula. Grixis, 4/4 Firebending 2. Whenever you cast a spell while Firelord Azula is attacking, copy that spell. You may choose new targets. Interesting. The Mechanist, Aerial Artisan. This card's good too. I've had this before. 3 mana, 1/3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, make a clue. Solid. And then until end of turn, target artifact token you control becomes a 3/1 construct artifact creature with flying. Cool stuff there. So we should have a lot more red than anything else, and as you can see, I have very few white cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 total white cards. So I'm not going to go over every single card. I'm going to go over cards that either I think are very, very good, or cards I haven't seen yet, like this one. What does Master Pyandao do? Apologize for my pronunciations. Haven't seen the show in many years. 4/4 first strike. When it attacks, look at the top 4. You can reveal an ally, equipment, or lesson and put it into your hand. That's very good. Splashable for sure. Lots of allies in the format. Lots of lessons in the format. If we take a peek... oh, well. Will it not let me look at the details of this? I guess not. Just look at the lessons. If I type lesson, a lot of lesson cards. If I type ally... a lot of ally cards. So there are a lot of lessons. There are a lot of allies in the format. Let's see. Spirit Oasis. What is this? Oh, this is one of the... so shrines are a thing. It's going to be harder to pull off in sealed, obviously, because you just need to straight up open it, whereas in draft, well, I guess they're uncommon, so it's still not going to be super easy, but you're more likely to see them in draft, I feel like, because people are going to pass it, unless somebody else is going in shrines. Let's see, anything in black? Oh, so like 6 black cards, 7 black cards, because we have 2 of the Callous Inspector. Lots of red cards. And again, That 2-seeded packs definitely helps with that. All right, we got some nice ones here. Firebending Lesson. Oh, you can see, I guess, the cards that came with the Zuko pack. So this one's good. 1 mana instant. It's a lesson. Deals 2 damage to a creature, or if you kick it for 4 extra mana, 5 damage. Fire Nation Cadet. 1 mana, 1/2. Has Firebending 2 as long as there's a lesson in your graveyard. And then it pumps for 2. So not fire breathing, but kind of neat. So firebending is a thing where you get mana during combat only, which you can then use for, instants or abilities like the pump effect on these cadets. Jet's Brainwashing. Target creature can't block this turn. If this spell is kicked, gain control of that creature until end of turn. Untap it and it gains haste until end of turn. Create a clue. That's an uncommon. I have 3 of them. Usually this type of active treason effect's not great. Unless you can combine it with some sacrifice effects, which there are. Like this, sack an artifact or creature. But probably not going to be what I'm going to do. I might just try to play the Redirect Lightning because it's fun. And for 1 red, 5 life, maybe that's okay. I don't normally play this type of card in Limited, for the record. Combat Trick that makes a clue. 2/2 that can make a small creature unblocked or unblockable for the turn. Lightning Strike is now a common. Reprint, obviously. Destroy an artifact or a land an opponent controls. Its controller may search their library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle, draw a card. Probably not playable. Fight instant. That's instant speed, right? That's fine. 2 mana, 4/3. Can't attack or block unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. So, a little bit risky. Does nothing until you have another larger creature. We'll see. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter. Okay, so this is just any number of this type of creature variant. It's fine. Zhang the Deserter. 3 mana, 2/3, firebending 1. Exhaustive, put a 1/1 counter on him. When you next cast a lesson spell this turn, copy it and you may choose new targets. That's good. Treetop Freedom Fighters. 3 mana, 2/1 haste that makes an ally. That's not terrible. Damage equal to the number of lands you control the target creature, or kill a land creature or non-basic land. That's fine. 4 mana, 4/2. When this enters, if you attacked, make a clue. It's okay. Here's the Exiled Prince. So he's a 4 mana, 4/3 with Firebending 3. And then you can exile the top card of your library and you can play that card this turn. Oh, that's solid. Combustion Man's good. 5 mana, 4/6. Whenever it attacks, destroying a permanent unless its controller has Combustion Man. Deal damage to them equal to his power. It's fun. Rough Rhino Cavalry. 5 mana, 5/5, Firebending 2. Exhaust 8. Put 2 counters on it, and it gains trample. Okay, that's big. Land Cyclers are back. We could try to run mono red here in sealed. Mono red, or rather mono colored in this format is because that you of the 2 seeded packs you get, right? I guess I could try to splash Iroh Tea Master. What is this one? 5 mana, 5/4. This creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it if you attack this turn. Whenever this attack... Oh, that's got to be something I splash for instead. Probably better than these cavalries. Whenever this attacks, make a 2/2 token with Firebending 1. That's very good. Xiao... Yeah. All right, so we're going to be some effectively mono-red firebending deck. I guess I'll splash the Eagle too. It's good enough. Means we get the Realm of Ko. So cut some of those top-end cards. That's too many. Red, Black, Fire Nation is where I'm going. Don't think I have enough non-creature spells for these Boar-Cupines to be good enough. We want to have a lot of instants in this deck because of all of our firebending. So maybe this Cunning Maneuver type card is actually fine. Can I run 16 lands? Yeah, my curve's pretty high. Average is 3.3. I probably don't want to go to 16. We'll just go 17. It's a cycle of these dual lands in the format. They enter tap, they add 2 colors, and they can sack later on to draw a card. Very nice with the Earthbending ability. Let me find an Earthbend here. Target land you control becomes a 0/0 land creature with haste. Put a 1/1/1 counter on it, or whatever the Earthbend value is. So Earthbend 5 would be 5 1/1 counters. When it dies or is put into exile, return to the battlefield. So if you Earthbend on one of these lands and then you want to draw a card later on, you sack the land, you draw a card, and it'll come back again. Kind of neat. Which is why you see a land like this, the Rumble Arena, that has Vigilance, even though it's not a creature or anything. I guess I can run these instead of... Well... they're not great. I'll play 1. Cool. Nice little red-black firebending deck here. Let's take it for a spin. And as with all of these early access events, I'm not going to stream, or rather record, past like an hour. So if I get 3 losses quickly, so be it. But if we start off like 5 and 2 and we're an hour in, I'm going to call it good there, just because I'm trying to record multiple. All right, let's go. All right, let's roll off into our round 1 here. And seems fine. Callous Inspector. 1/1 menace. When it dies, it deals 1 damage to you and you make a clue. Okay. Oh, they're on the white-black deck. Cool. Tolls of War. When it enters, make a clue. Whenever you sack a permanent during your turn, make a 1/1 ally. Only triggers once each turn. Nice. I am going to cycle this Goose here, because I want to be able to go 3-drop, 4-drop. I don't actually know how many lessons I have in this deck. I didn't check. But it's still a firebending that turns into a 3/4 for 3 mana, so it's not like it's terrible if I don't have any firebending. Oh, that's a lesson. Nice. Actually, that's a great lesson. 2/1 for 2. When it dies, make a 1/1 ally. All right. Okay. Have it. Three, 4 firebending 2. Whenever you sack another permanent creatures you control, get +1/+0 until end of turn. Oh, the Trebuchet is good. 0/4 Defender Reach. Whenever you attack, create a 2/1 colorless flying named Ballistic Boulder that's tapped and attacking. Sack that token at the beginning of the... Oh. Yeah, it works really nicely with the Tolls of War. Sheesh. So let's see here. Well, actually, I guess I just want to Boomy Bash that, don't I? And save the lesson. Animation is cool for firebenders. Enchanted creature gets -5, -3. Okay. Well, now comes down the Combustion Man. Whenever attacks destroy a permanent, unless its controller has Combustion Man deal damage to them equal to his power. Very annoying. No, no 1-mana sacrifice kill. Don't do it. Let me attack once with the Combustion. June Bounty Hunter. Can't be blocked as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards. Sack another creature, make a... Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. If the creature of the opponent controls is dealt excess, add that much red until end of turn. You don't lose unspent red mana. 2, 4. Okay, we attack here. Oh, this is any permanent. I can target lands with Combustion Man. That's kind of sicko. I think I'm just going to Lightning Strike this thing. So exhaust is once a turn. Boo. I really don't want to waste removal on 1/1 tokens. Hama's very good. Enters, target opponent mills 3, exile up to 1 non-creature. Oh, shoot. I needed to have killed the Hama in response. Oh, well, they messed up. If I killed the Hama in response, they wouldn't have been able to cast that from my graveyard, but now I have to use the exhaust, so I waste the ability. That's too bad. Cool. Alright, so we get 1 extra token out of the deal there. Ooh, Eagle's probably one of our best draws at this point. Because that's going to give us clues for extra cards. I didn't really read over Hama. For as long as you control Hama, you may cast the exiled card during your turn by waterbending X rather than paying its mana cost, where X is its mana value. So waterbending, you can use mana, or you can tap artifacts and creatures. Raven Eagle. 2/3 flying. Gonna eat their Hama from the graveyard, give me a clue. And we're going to attack. At this point, I'm going to trade off my 2/1 for a 1/1. We'll use the 1 floating here from the fire bending to sack the clue, trigger the Raven. Jody. Surveil 1, make a token that's a copy of this creature, then sacrifice an artifact or creature. So we probably want to punch that thing off. I am losing a little bit of mana here, I guess. Could have done that before. Kind of forgot that Zhao was going to trigger whenever I sack another permanent creature you control, get +1/+0. So He ain't irrelevant still. In fact, I can also attack just to get 2 mana in combat if I want. Oh, there's Zuko too. Very good. Okay. I don't think I need to run out Zuko because there is a Black Wrath in the format. It's like Black X. There are some pseudo-white Wrath effects as well. So I don't think we want to run into those. Ko the Face Stealer. When it enters, exile up to 1 other target creature. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may exile it. Pay 1 life, choose a creature, exile with Ko. Ko has all activated abilities of the last chosen card. Whoa. So my eagle's gone forever, huh? Right, so now we get to attack with both of our creatures and get a free Zuko activation here. When this enters, you may sack an artifact or creature if you draw a card. Oh, they had to sacrifice itself. Whenever another creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, put its counters on this creature. No! Oh, wait. I don't think they realized they didn't have to put a 1/1 counter. Oh, I guess no. They probably realized they're just dead. Yeah, Zuko is sweet value. Cool. It's a long game 1, but deck did its thing, basically. On to the next. Alrighty, on to the next game we go. Red-black Zuko Seed. Little bit slow, but I can keep this. Firebending lesson for the first creature that... Uh-oh, that's a 3/3. Wait. 3/3 Vigilance. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap it. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, untap it. Oh, that's neat. What is this? This land enters tap unless you control a basic. Draw. Oh, it's a loot. That's nice. At the beginning of your end step, if Katara is tapped, put a 1/1 counter on her and waterbend of 6, draw a card. Alright, we need to keep that bash for Katara next turn. We discarded a creature, so we can go ahead and eat it and get a clue immediately. Messenger Hawk. 1/2 for 3, makes a clue when it enters. And then gets +2/+0 as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards. Okay. So we're gonna bash. Oh, actually, I can blow up their land with this. That's actually kind of spicy. But I think I need to deal with Katara first. Kind of sad, but it is what it is. Oh, Azula's so good. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, this has got to be one of the best bombs. 5 mana, 4/4, Firebending 2. When it enters, target opponent exiles a non-token creature they control, then they exile a non-land card from their graveyard. During your turn, you can cast cards exiled with Azula, and you can cast them as though they had flash and mana of any... Yeah, it's just disgusting. Absolute absurd. Two, 4 lifelink. Whenever you draw your second card, make a 1/1 spirit. Oh, that's going to trigger. I'm going to take 6. Kind of getting smacked down here. Holy smokes. Alright. Redirect Lightning might get them here. I have to pay 5 life, though. Draw 3, then discard a card unless you Waterbend 2. Okay. Oh, they discarded one of the Wraths of the format. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a quest counter on this, and then if it has 4 or more quest counters, draw a card, and then Waterbend 4 of target creature can't be blocked this turn. That's pretty gross, too. I might need to start making spirits here. Because those spirits are unblocked. Yeah, we're just going to die. Destroy a creature with no counters. I mean, I'm dead, but I'm going to make this play. Kind of have to kill the flyer there. The hell is this thing? Fire Nation Drill. 4 mana, 6/3 trampling vehicle. When it enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy a creature with power 4 or less. Permanents your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn, and it crews for 2. What the heck? My opponent's deck is popping off. We got obliterated here. So they chose... Well, I don't even know what the blue-black seed is. Or maybe that's not a seed, but maybe they just had chose Katara. We got annihilated. That was sweet. They got to do their thing really well there. All right, on to the next. Mono red hand, huh? Starts on turn 3. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Don't try this at home. Forest. Forest Mountain. Oh, rampant growth! That's sick. Literal rampant growth, but it's a lesson. The Boulder. 4/4, whenever it attacks, Earthbend X, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 4 or greater. When this enters Earthbend 2, whenever you put 1 or more counters on a creature, you may gain that much life. Do this only once each. Jeez. I'm getting kind of annihilated here. Not even kinda, I'm just getting very annihilated here. Just big green creatures with a ramp card, huh? Alright, well, hopefully they don't have too much more, big removal, because this is a 6/5. I mean, if they can kill my 6/5, I just instant lose. Nice! Alright, they didn't. So we're going to get to live at least a turn. They played a 2/2 that exhausts and turns into a 4/4 Earthbend 2. And a 2/3 Death Touch that when it dies, if there's a lesson in your graveyard, gain 2. Okay, that's fine. When this attacks, I make a 2/2. I'm going to get a little bit greedy here. See how they block. Nice. Okay. A little bit of cleanup duty. And I can double block the 4/4. Ooh, Combustion Man, another good one. Um, 3 to ping them. I guess the question is, do I want to trade my 6/5 away for either of those? Not particularly. Tough. Enters Earthbend 2, power equal to the number of 1/1 counters on lands you control. Alright, so they have 3 4-power creatures. This is kind of scary. Start pinging them for 1. Alright, so let's go exhaust. And we're going to get to draw 4 different cards here. So discard, draw 2. Nice. Discard, draw 2. Nice. And a flyer that starts doing business. Okay. Sack a land, search your library for up to 2 basics, put on the battlefield tapped. Nice. Ty Lee, Artful Acrobat. 3/2 that whenever it attacks, you can pay 1. When you do, target creature can't block this turn. No problem there. None of these have random prowess, do they? No. Let's start smacking. So pay 4 life or their boulder dies. So if we get rid of this land, the Toph shrinks down tremendously, right? Yeah, Toph shrinks down too small. And then I get to just 3 for 1 them with this lesson, kind of. Not even kind of, it is a 3 for 1. Brutal. Then we drain. Trigger the Raven. Brutal. Not gonna lie, they had me in the first half. Alright, GG's. Infinite fire bending with my pingers kind of neat too. Damn, Firebender's going ham. Let's go. Neato. Neato, I'd say. Okay. Zuko, Zuko, Zuko. Sure. This card seems pretty annoying. 6 toughness. They have to pay for life, or you just get to blow something up, you know? Black, white. Okay, so another sacrifice enjoyer. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you gain 1 and scry 1. Don't think that's worth killing right now. Because then we have to be forced to use a removal spell. Or have a trick. So this last Agni Kai is actually kind of cool if you have a bunch of firebenders. Because if you cast this beforehand, right? So this is actually kind of nice as well. We get to attack, firebend, hold full control, lightning strike this with the firebended mana, then play out our 3 mana spell. So we used 5 mana there that turn on turn 4. Come on, swamp next turn, and then nothing but gas. Notably, the creature they killed. 3 mana 2/2 that whenever another ally you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on this. Bunch of allies in the format. Whole swarm / theme of allies. In fact, there you go. They would have had 2 more that turn. God, I need a black source real bad. Oh, man. That missed 5th land might kill me. When this enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Okay. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Sack, exile, make a 1/1. Okay. Not looking good there for us. Dang it. Debating if I want to double up on the abandoned attachments, but don't think I do. Okay, well, we drew a second one, so that's not terrible. Still behind now. Okay, attack with both. I'm of the nature, beginning of formats, just to say, hey, show me what you got. And maybe they're just okay trading with, yeah, one of our 2/3s there. Secret Tunnel. 2 target creatures you control that share a creature type can't be blocked this turn. Ouch. And a 6/6 Death Touch. Ouch. Well, we got to trigger the raid and have a 6/5 here, but looking pretty bleak. Because they can make 2 allies unblockable and then attack basically with all. I'd be forced to trade with the Canyon Crawler. I mean, if they have removal, I'm dead on board. Oh, they can make the Crawler a 7. Ah. All right, I'm going to go to 4. I'm not chumping with my 6/5. Okay. 2/2 with Waterbend 5. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with power 3 or less from among them and put into... That's good too. Those are all allies. I need to attack. So this can add 5 mana if I punch the 1/1. But I think we need to punch this thing and then play out the Combustion Man. Oh, actually, we're just dead to their land if they see the play. They just make a 1 power creature and the 3/3 unblockable. But I mean, if I Boomy Bash the land last turn instead of playing out a 4/6, we're just losing that game too, so... Good beats. Ah, that one missed land killed me. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Well, might not even need to worry about hitting the hour marker if I just go 2 and 3 here. Okay, I go first. Creature curve doesn't start until 3, but good enough. Green-black duel. Haru. Gotta kill that one. 1/1 for 2. Whenever another ally you control enters, you get to Earthbend 1. That thing can kind of pop off with value. Okay, look at the top 3. They can put a land or creature. They also have a secret tunnel. Funny that the secret tunnel itself has the can't be blocked ability, so if you Earthbend on it. Whoa! Oh, they scared. Could also mean they just have so much removal in their hand. Kill an attacker here? No? Okay. Well, if they don't have anything for the Cruel Administrator, it's going to be hard to lose, but... I don't think Turtle Duck's going to cut it. It's a funny card. Turtle Bird. Reverse beating from the other games. Saber-tooth Moose Lion. That's the forest cycler of the format. It's just a 7/7 with reach. Thing is huge. Okay, 3 and 2. Have time for a couple more games probably, unless I just lose. I am on the play. Oh, this needs some land real bad. I'm gonna mulligan. Man, this is also not good. Yikes. I guess I'm gonna pitch that. I want to wait as long as possible to scry. Make me discard a card. I'm going to discard the removal spell. Okay, we're finding our lands at least. That's fine. I mean, now I don't want land. I do think I'm going to keep that. I think my plan is to try to play out the Cruel Administrator to where I also have the Redirect Lightning available. 3/4 reach. When 3/4 reach, this creature gets +1/+1 and has trample as long as you control a land creature or a land entered the battlefield under your control. Okay. Human Warrior Performer. Oh, man! I'm running into so many Azulas. Sheesh. Well, actually, that's... Wait, are they gonna block? I don't think they're gonna block here. I think they're gonna pay the life and just maybe chump with their Corrupt Official. Because they have Azula, so in their eyes... In their eyes, they want to be able to play a land and then burn out my dude with the Boomy Bash, and I'm going to get them with the redirect. Boom, sucker. Huge beat. Huge beat. I'll lava axe myself for that any day. Okay. 2 Callous Inspectors. Combustion Man's doing work here. I'm pretty close to dying this turn, though, if they can kill my administrator. Okay. Make a food. Let's see. Very close to attacking with Combustion Man there. This one doesn't trample, so it's not too bad. Now they're effectively at 10, and they can keep hitting me for 3 in the air, so I'm still at a little bit of an impasse. Five, 4 that can draw cards. You can sack another creature or artifact if you draw a card. Oh, they sacked their food for that. Okay. It's a seemingly strange play. But I am just dying here. I mean, they have 3 clues still. They're winning on board. They've got me on a 2-turn air clock. Gonna need to rip something pretty incredible here. If that was a lesson, that would be very close. I guess I'm not technically dead if they don't get aggressive here. We're getting beat up by big green things and black things. Okay. So I'll take the 1 extra damage in order to preserve the Firebender. So I'm going to take 1 trample, go to 2. I also didn't want to lose my exhauster here. Oh, bossing say no! That land is so good. Especially in a position like this. 3 mana, tap, Earthbend 2. Sorcery speed, but very hard to beat later on. Oh, that was a really good draw, but it's too late now. Alright, good beats. Needed that sold out a little bit earlier to exile one of the big things and keep pushing in. Well, that was a fun little seal deck. That was with the Zuko seeded. Some cool things that you can do with firebending for sure. But yeah, my curve just, it started at 3 creature-wise, like a couple of cheap pieces of interaction, but we needed a couple of things to do before in the early game. All right, that's this look at Sealed here for Avatar. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.